Hello friends. Friends, we just completed with issue of debentures, right? And in the issue, we touched upon a topic that is redemption of debentures. Now we have a full-fledged chapter on redemption of debentures, which we are going to start in this lecture, right? So we are going to start with redemption of debentures, right? Now there are technical points in this chapter. We'll go slow. We'll understand each and everything, that why we are doing this chapter, right? Now in this lecture we are going to just touch upon the basics, right? Now we discussed about issue of debentures. What is issue of debentures? It is a loan from public, isn't it? It is a loan from public, and on this loan you are paying interest to public, right? That is, you have taken a money as loan from the public and not the bank, right? And against that loan you have issued debentures of the company. Clear? What is debentures? Similar, like we issued the receipts in case of share, here also we are taking the money from public and we are issuing the receipts, that is known as debentures. And the people to whom the receipts are issued are known as debenture holders, right? So we are taking loan from the public, and on that loan we are paying interest to the public. Clear? Then I told you that these debentures are issued for a specified period of time. For a specified period of time, right? That is, the money that you have taken from public, it is for a specified period of time only. It is not to be kept in the business for lifetime. It is for a specified period of time, and depending upon this specified period of time, I told you that these borrowings can be long term or short term, right? If it is for a period of more than 12 months, then it is long term. If it is less than 12 months, then it is short term. Clear? This is what we discussed in the issue of debentures. Now, if these debentures are issued for a specified period of time, then what action is to be taken after that specified period of time is over? Suppose on 1/4/2016 you have issued debentures for 2 years, right? You say we are issuing debentures for 2 years. 2 years means from 1/4/2016 to 31st of March 2017, that is 1 year. Then from 1st of April 2017 to 31st of March 2018. Now what will happen on this date, on this 31st of March 2018? On this date we will return loan money to the public, right, along with any interest due, right? So if you are issuing the debentures on 1/4/2016 and you say we have to redeem these on 31st of March 2018, so what is going to happen on 31st of March? On 31st of March you will return the loan money to the public along with any interest due on loan, and public will return your debenture forms, right? Your receipts that you issued at the time of issue of debentures, public will return your debentures and you will return the money to the public along with any interest due on loan. Right? Now this return of money to the public, this is known as redemption of debentures. Redemption of debentures. Right? So there are important points. First, we say that debentures are issued for a specified period of time. So the question is, what is to be done after the specified period? This 2 years is the specified period. So what will happen at the end of this 2 years? That is on 31st of March 2018, you have to return money to the public along with any interest due on loan. Right? It is an obligation for the company. You have to pay this amount to the public. Clear? Now, there is one small important point. It says debenture holders are to be paid first before the shareholders. If you have to make any payment out of the profits, then always remember one thing, that debenture holders will be paid first. Then if anything is left, it will be paid to the shareholders. Why? Because shareholders are the owners of the company. Debenture holders is our outside liabilities. Always we will first settle the outside liabilities, then we are going to settle the in-house liabilities. Right? Simply talking in the layman's language, you have taken a loan from your friend, right? And from your brother. So whose loan you will pay off first? Obviously you will pay off the loan of friend first and not brother. Isn't it a very simple logic? If you have taken a loan from friend and your brother, then obviously you will say, I will first pay off the loan of friend. I don't want any liability towards my friend. I want to pay his loan off. To my brother, I can give it in installments slowly, but first I want to pay off the loan of my friend. Right? Similarly, for the business, they have to first settle the outside liabilities, then they will settle the in-house liabilities. This friend is your debenture holder and your brother is your shareholder. So first the payment is always made to the debenture holders, then if anything is left will be given to the shareholders. Clear? This thing is very important. Always keep this thing in your mind. Right? So the redemption of debentures is clear. What is redemption of debentures? That after a specified period for which the debentures are issued, we have to return the loan money to the public along with any interest that is due on that loan. That is known as redemption of debentures. Right? Now, another thing we say, time and amount of redemption of debentures is decided at the time of issue of debentures only. Remember in the last lecture, in issue of debentures, we discussed about the various cases of redemption of debentures. That is, there also I told you that why we are studying the redemption at the time of issue, because time of redemption of debentures and the amount of redemption of debentures is decided at the time of issue of debentures only. There we discussed about the prudence concept. Provide for all losses but do not anticipate profits. Right? So that is why in that topic also we discussed redemption of debentures. Right? So time and amount of redemption of debentures is decided at the time of issue of debentures. There is one more thing. Source of redemption of debentures. That how you are going to pay off this money, this loan money. From where you will pay this money? From, this reflects from where you will pay this money. Right? So there are three things in this case. Either you will pay from the capital, which is a very wrong thing, or from your profits, which is perfectly fine, or from your capital plus profits. I will discuss this topic in detail, but I will discuss after DRR. DRR we will do in the next lecture. After that I will tell you the source of redemption of debentures. After that you will get more clarity that how we are going to source the redemption of debentures. At this point you won't be able to understand this source of redemption of debentures out of capital, profits or capital plus profits. We'll do after the next lecture. Right? So the basics of redemption are clear, right? So quickly let's go through it once. See, issue of debentures means raising money from the public in the form of loan, right? On this money we will pay interest to the debenture holders, right? Debentures are issued for a specified period, that is, after the specified period, money is to be returned to the public. That is what we discussed. That on the date when the specified period gets over, you have to return that money to the public along with the interest if due on the loan money. Right? This return of money is known as redemption of debentures. Right? In most of cases, the time of redemption and amount of redemption are pre-decided, that is decided at the time of issue of debentures. So time and amount of redemption in 99% cases it is pre-decided. Right? So this is about the basics of redemption of debentures. Right? Now let's see what we are going to study in this chapter. What are the topics that we are going to study in this? The one is creation of DRR, then creation of DRI. You will say, what is DRR, what is DRI? I will tell you. Right? Then we are going to discuss about various methods of conversion. There are basically four methods of redemption, not conversion. There are basically four methods of redemption of debentures that we are going to discuss in detail. One is lump sum. Right? Second one is draw of lots. Third one is buying from open market. And last one is conversion. Right? So all these four methods we are going to discuss in detail, but before that these two topics are very important to understand. DRR and DRI. It is very important to understand these two topics. Why we are creating DRR, why we are creating DRI. We'll do this in detail. Clear? So friends, this was about the basics of redemption, right? So if you have any queries anytime, just send me an email at ksjteaching@gmail.com, right? So in the next lecture, we are going to discuss about creation of DRR, right? So that's all for this lecture, friends. Thank you so much.